Today we're back with a brand new WWE and horror action figure setup, man, and it is bigger and badder than ever before. Happy Halloween, everybody. Today we are back with a brand new horror action figure setup here in my damn kitchen, man. We have a giant setup right here, all kinds of different things featured. Very excited to break it to you. And tomorrow, at the time of recording this, is Halloween night, man. So we are celebrating today, and we're going to have a Halloween special dropping tomorrow, so you guys can look forward to that. But today I'm going to take you through this entire Halloween setup and break down all of the things, man. Really excited for some different parts, and we do have some different spots we're going to complete at the end. So stay tuned, man. I'm going to take you through this. Buckle up, and I hope you guys are enjoying your Halloween season. But let's start off in the corner, and we'll take you guys all the way through. So I don't know who came up with this, but I wanted to start off over here in the corner, man. We have the Ultimate Edition Tiffany Stratton going one-on-one with the Ultimate Tiffany over here from NECA. So I guess, she's trying to defend Charles or Chucky here. And so her and Tiffany, we have a Tiffany square off. And I got a comment on this, I think, in one of the last setups we did. Thought it was pretty genius. And I was like, you know what, man, that makes for a pretty cool aesthetic. So we have Tiffany Stratton squaring off with Tiffany, Meat Cleaver versus Axe. You know, I'm going to go with Stratton here. I think Stratton will take care of it, but she already took out Annabelle. So we have Annabelle kind of face down there, taking out two dolls there. And then you have, Barbie herself there with Tiffany Stratton. But if we come here to the left, we do have Jacob Fatu getting some offense in. He is delivering a massive super kick to Jason Voorhees, and he is kicking him so hard that his mask is coming off. So he's kind of stuck in that tire. I guess he took the tire, put it over the top of Jason, and then super kicked him in the face. So we do have that nice Jacob Fatu right there. Jacob Fatu, not easy like some of these other superstars to get your hands on. So, he's kind of a tough SOB. So he's taking out this Jason Voorhees right here. But if we come to the left, we do have Jimmy Uso here. We have No Yeet Jimmy Uso running to the rescue to try and save his brother Jay, who has been taken out by Pumpkinhead. Now, I did not know this was Pumpkinhead. I didn't know Ball in this scenario. And so Pumpkinhead here, I thought it was just a giant, crazy alien. And he has ripped off Jay's head, as you can see here. So he has taken out Jey Uso. Jey Uso right here face down in the puddle of blood. And then Jimmy coming to the rescue to the best of his ability. So poor Jimmy, he's a little late there, but he's going to come and try to, I guess, super kick his way out of this thing and try to help out Jay. But yeah, I thought this was just a crazy visual of Pumpkinhead with the Jey Uso head sculpt there. So I wanted to, add a couple of effects here. We've added some effects in the past. We haven't added any effects this Halloween season, so I went ahead and stepped it up a little bit. But let's come back here, man. We have these two cans of Diet Dew. Now, I think this is a pretty diabolical spot right here. If you climb the ladder, man, you will see that we have the Undertaker about to jump off of this giant ladder with a pile driver to this other Jason Voorhees. I think this is a Part 5 dream sequence, Jason, and Undertaker is delivering a massive pile driver to the cans. Now, at the end of the setup, we are going to jump off of this. We're going to do the different spots, right? So we'll do the pile driver off onto the can in slow-mo. We'll do some other spots as we'll see. But I thought Undertaker, I think he's another tough guy that, is not quite hard to, he's kind of difficult to kill here. So Undertaker is pile driving that Jason Voorhees there. So we have Pumpkinhead, we have this, and then this is one of the main attractions of the setup today, man. We have this giant 18-wheeler. I think this is the Wreckin' Slam Truck or the Wreckin' 18-wheeler. I can't remember the name of it, but these vehicles for the WWE figures are astounding. I love them. I think they're fantastic. But you'll see we have quite a bit going on here. We do have Chucky on the hood over here, kind of, going to war, and he's trying to take out Brock Lesnar here. So Brock Lesnar is kind of the main focus here. You can see he's donning the crimson mask. He's got the blood going down his chest. He's going crazy. And then on top of this vehicle, man, you have Michael Myers coming from behind trying to stab him in the back. You got Pennywise driving the vehicle. And on top of that, he's driving the vehicle, and he's happy because he has run over MJF. So here in the front, we do have MJF getting absolutely cooked. So MJF, we got that blood and guts MJF right there getting run over, which is terrible. And then we do have Mox here, who is also donning the Crimson Mask. So we have a blood-soaked John Moxley. He's got that axe right there. Shout out the Dark Knight playing in the background over there. Give a like for the Dark Knight. So we do have John Moxley with the axe right here, all bloodied up, and he's trying to help out here. So you have Chucky on the hood, Pennywise driving the vehicle, MJF getting run over, and then you do have the bloody Brock Lesnar on top, who's always getting great offense in these setups, man. He's always just beating the hell out of people and stuff like that, so I guess he's kind of in the middle of war here. And then you have Michael Myers coming from behind. We'll see how that plays out. Can Brock Lesnar survive Michael Myers, Pennywise, Chucky? That's also why Mox is trying to help out over here. But then we go in the back of the vehicle. I thought this was cool. We have Edge kind of hanging on, too, trying to survive. His hair's blowing back as the vehicle was, it's supposed to be going down the road, but I guess it's kind of coming to a stop now because Pennywise is kind of jumping out of the vehicle. And then we do have Darby Allin also hanging on, so I thought that was a pretty cool, You know, from the back there, you got a blood and guts Darby Allin hanging on, screaming. I don't know, I thought that looked pretty cool. So you have Darby Allin hanging on, you have Edge hanging on. They're kind of going their way through the setup. This is probably one of my favorite parts of the setup. And again, you need to leave your favorite part down in the comment section below, or maybe your favorite Halloween candy, favorite horror character. Let me know all those things down in the comment section below, man. But this is probably one of my favorite parts of the whole setup is this 18-wheeler setup. Let's go over here to the left here. And, you know, it is, you know, we kind of meet it halfway, right? You have the kitchen setup. So we have some different elements of food and drink and different beverages and kind of meet it where it's action figures, but it also has an element of realism. So these chip bag closers here, they're kind of like handcuffs, if you will. And Christian has been taken down. His arms are locked in place. And then you have this Jason, this Part 7 Jason with this blade here about to go right at him there. So you can see he's quite scared. He's got his teeth gritting and stuff like that. So we do have the potato chip bag holders kind of holding him down there, unfortunately. Hate to see it, but, you know, Jason about to take out Christian right here. If we come to the left, we do have a Ghostface over the top of this Candice Michelle figure right here. We've used this in the past. Kind of just, you know, your classic Scream setup and everything like that. And I could see people probably using this for their, you know, their ultimate Scream or Ghostface figures or something like that for the display. You know, if you get creative enough, I guess you could, you know, do some different things there. But we do have Ghostface kind of taking out this figure. And in the back, we do have Chris Jericho. We always utilize this Frankenstein table. And this time it is Leatherface sawing Chris Jericho completely in half. So Chris Jericho right there, you got him screaming in agony. And then you do have Leatherface here with the saw. Just kind of cut him in half there. So you can see his body is completely in two. And he has taken out Chris Jericho. Very unfortunate situation. Nobody there to save Chris Jericho on this time. But that's a pretty violent, you know, symbol right there. And then moving forward, man, we do have Sting with a baseball bat trying to take out the Achilles tendon of this Gigantosaurus or Gigasaurus or whatever the hell this is called here. But you have this giant dinosaur coming up through the middle of the setup. I think we have used this before, but you can see that he is biting and chewing up CM Punk. So you can see the blood-soaked CM Punk. He's getting crunched by the teeth and everything like that. But you can see the hero John Cena doing his best here, coming over the top of this battle axe, trying to take out this dinosaur. So, you know, if anybody can take him out, it is Super Cena. So Super Cena doing his best here to try to take out the dino before it's too late for CM Punk. But it is not looking great here, man. He's covered in blood. He's getting crunched up. And then you do have the Cena over the top with the battle axe trying to do his best here to save CM Punk. So I thought that was pretty good. And dude, this dinosaur is absolutely massive. I think that cost me like $70 at one point or something. I think it was a birthday gift for my son. So, you know, he got a kick out of using the giant dinosaur here today. But let's move over here. We have Captain Spaulding getting drugged throughout the setup with this barbed wire. Oh, somebody fell. Oh, no. Oh, Brock Lesnar. Oh, he's all bloody. He's going to get it all over the stove. Oh, you hate to see it. I guess Michael tried to finally take him out, and he fell. I don't know who won down below. Did Brock Lesnar win that setup? I don't know, but we'll just put him right here back on top right there, you know? You know, sometimes you fall over, man. Hate to see it. But what I was saying was Captain Spaulding getting drugged through the setup by this Brody King. So you can see the hands of Brody King bloody because he's dragging this barbed wire and he's trying to take out Captain Spaulding. So, you know, maybe he can get on top of Ghostface next or take out Ghostface. But Brody King here in the setup, dragging Captain Spaulding. If we come over to the left, man, you have Bobby Lashley spearing John Carver off of this tier cake system or this little deal that's in the middle of my kitchen. If you look below, we do have a table. So what we're going to do at the end, we will have Bobby Lashley spearing him off through the table, and we'll make that spot happen. So stay tuned to the end so you can see the spots play out. We'll put it in slow-mo, and we'll have Bobby Lashley spearing Carver right through the table below. And if we come to the middle right here, man, you'll see this Michael Myers and this Freddy Krueger driving this vehicle, and they're using the hydraulic system to try and crush Goldberg, but Goldberg is doing his best to try. He kind of moved a little forward there. He's supposed to be using the strength to try to hold the car up to the best of his ability here so that he doesn't get crushed by the hydraulic system of the vehicle. You know, Michael Myers, again, like we stated in all these setups, if anybody's ever driving the vehicle and it is a horror character, makes sense that it's Michael Myers because he was driving. You know, he somehow, in all those years of being locked up, he learned how to drive, and he was driving around, you know, Haddonfield. So we do have him driving right here with Freddy Krueger, and they're kind of trying to take out Goldberg over here, but that is our part of the setup there. And if we come around here, we do have Candyman just kind of, you know, just aura farming or something right here. You know, he's just got the hook out there. He's got the bees. He's just trying to take out some different characters and everything like that. So we do have Candyman kind of represented here. And then this is one that I do like, man. We have Stone Cold Steve Austin driving this forklift, and he is going right at a couple characters. So you do have Sam right here riding on top of the forklift. You have Beetlejuice's face right here, which I think is hilarious. Look at his face. Doesn't that look like he's about to get run over? I think that's hilarious. So Stone Cold Steve Austin going right at Beetlejuice, about to run him over. And then you do have this remake Jason over here with his axe kind of pushing out right there, trying to stop Stone Cold Steve Austin. So we'll see how that all plays out. But, you know, Stone Cold's got to be represented, man. He's always opening cans of whoop-a over here. So we do have Stone Cold driving the forklift. And then if you come on top of here, we do have the MDT Battle Royal Horror Trophy. And this will be defended tomorrow in our MDT Horror Battle Royal, where we'll defend this. We'll have a nice big action figure Battle Royal to celebrate Halloween. And that one should be a really fun one. So come back for that. But if we come over here, we do have some different things set up. We do have Cody Rhodes giving a crossroads to Michael Myers. I thought this was pretty good. So you have a nice little pose of Cody Rhodes giving the crossroads to Michael Myers. And then right here, we have Batista giving a massive Batista bomb to this misfit skull. And I think that what we're going to do is he's going to Batista bomb him off the counter onto the table below. And again, we will run that at the end. So stay tuned to the end. We're going to power bomb this Misfits character off of the counter through the table down below from Batista and the Batista bomb. So that should be fun. And then if we come right here, we do have Jason Voorhees of part 7 choke slamming Angelo Dawkins. So you can see him screaming right there. He kind of fell. He was standing straight up. I wasn't leaning him against that for posing or for, you know, for balance. I think that maybe we can have him choke slam him off there. It may knock over some other stuff, but maybe that'll be fun there. So we'll have this choke slamming Angelo Dawkins off. And then over here, we have Roman Reigns coming from behind on Michael Myers and stabbing him with the machete. And he's screaming right there, kind of spearing it, you know, taking the machete, running in, spearing Michael Myers from behind, and then stabbing him right through the gullet right there. So Michael Myers got taken by surprise. And if we come down right here, we have a rock bottom to Hellraiser. So sending him straight to hell. We got a rock bottom here from the Rock, and maybe we can hit that as well. Maybe we'll do all these moves. I don't know about the crossroads, a little bit more difficult, but we can hit the rock bottom. We can do these other things, you know, spearing people. We got the choke slam over there. So we'll make all these things happen, man. So just stay tuned. We'll make it happen. But rock bottom to Hellraiser, or Pinhead, if you will, you know, taking him out right there. And then over here, we do have this little barbar setup of this Jason Voorhees who fell off the tier system from none other than Hulk Hogan right here, man. So Hulk Hogan, he boxed him out, man. We always use this figure for the horror setups for whatever reason. I just like this fix up. You got the boxing gloves on Hulk Hogan, and he boxed over this Jason Voorhees as he fell below into the barbed wire. And you have this kind of mechanism right here from one of those AEW play sets. So Jason Voorhees getting taken out there. If we rotate over a little bit, you will see we have the My Buddy Valentine Minor, and he took the pickaxe and he stabbed into the pumpkin right here. This is my pumpkin that I made this year, and we paint pumpkins every single year with me and my kids and my family. And so I did animated Venom from the animated Spider-Man. So I had my pumpkin right here, and I wasn't going to stab my kid's pumpkin. So I stabbed my own pumpkin here with the My Bloody Valentine Minor. He missed Eddie Kingston, and he stabbed into the pumpkin. But then you have below, you know, Eddie Kingston's like, you just missed, and he's about to blow him right in the face. So right there, you got a nice little shot there. I thought that was kind of realistic, you know, in a movie scenario or something like that. So Eddie Kingston about to get his revenge onto the Minor. And then on top of this Venom pumpkin, if you raise up, man, we do have Shawn Michaels. And Shawn Michaels has just sweet chin musicked Michael Myers right off the pumpkin, and he has crushed this bag of Doritos. So there was a bag of Doritos spilled out right here, and he fell off and he crushed them right there. Thought that, you know, again, you got to mix in the elements of realism. You have the kitchen element, you have different things. So incorporating some food items makes the most sense. You do have Michael Myers falling off the pumpkin, getting, you know, landing on the bed of Doritos, if you will. This would be for a really fun kind of match or something like that. But you do have Michael Myers right there. Maybe he'll disappear by the end. Who knows? But if we come forward, we also have the vehicle there that we talked about with Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger. And then if we come over here, man, probably my favorite part of the entire setup, okay? This is probably the best part. You'll see here, we have, this is dumb, but you do have the Crooked Man riding this motorcycle. I just thought that it made for a really funny visual. But then over here, you have a couple Jasons getting taken out right here. And then you have this on-fire Godzilla coming after Kurt Angle. Now, what makes this hilarious and probably one of my favorite parts of the setup is you have this milk hose, you know, from the Milkomania set, but he has this hose of milk coming out, and he is shooting it all over this on-fire Godzilla and all these characters coming after him. And this hose is hooked up to this half gallon of milk over here. So this half gallon of milk is acting as almost like a jetpack or a, you know, some sort of ammo backpack system here, like a funnel, just funneling through the hose and then going through and taking out all the characters. So I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was pretty creative. And we have, you know, Kurt Angle blasting all these guys with milk and trying to save the day. So we'll see how that goes. You know, it does look like it has some decent water pressure, so we'll see if it can take out the Godzilla. It's already taken out some of the, you know, the Jason characters and different characters coming after Kurt Angle, but thought that was pretty good there. Have the hose hooked up to the giant milk, and he is spraying it all over the characters over here. But I think that is all of the pieces of the setup that we have today, man. But now we need to do a little overview, and then we're going to get into these spots. All right, man, so here we go. We're going to have the Undertaker doing the pile driver off the ladder onto the cans, and then we're just going to work our way around to these different spots here. But before we do that, man, let me know your favorite part of the entire setup. I'd like to know down below. But now let's get into these different spots. I don't know, that was kind of anticlimactic, but I think it would have just destroyed. I think the brain of Jason probably would break out. I feel like that would break your neck or your spine or something. All right, man, now we're into Bobby Lashley on John Carver, spearing him off through the table. Let's get it. I think we can do better than that. The hell was that? God. Trash. All right, man, here we go. Batista bomb off the counter through the table. All right, you know what? For fun, we're going to have Brock Lesnar, the blood soaked, and we're going to take Michael Myers, and we're going to F5 him through this pile of tables here and see if we can get it going. Anyways, man, that is pretty much going to wrap up this giant horror action figure setup, man. I hope you guys did enjoy. Again, I'd love to know what you think down below, man. I hope you guys have a happy Halloween and enjoy celebrating with your family and everything like that, man. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below, but I think that is pretty much going to wrap it up for this giant horror action figure setup for 2025. And again, come back tomorrow or check the channel out because we are going to be doing a MDT Horror Battle Royal for this trophy right here, man. So come back. We'll see what goes down, see who the new champion is, or if the Monster Brock Lesnar can retain. But I'm getting out, man. I'll see you guys next time. Have a blessed one. I'll catch you guys later.
And you can't tell me about my life and all my highs and lows. Want me to change, but I can't change. It's the way I roll. I kept it smooth and broke some rules, but this the life I chose. They say they love you till they hurt you. You know how I go. I'm getting sick and tired to close my eyes, and then the sun come up, and it's all just the same. Same old, every single day. Like, what am I supposed to do when there's no cloud, but it's still rain? Like, how am I supposed to stay in line? Motherfuckers all in my lane.